On this Retro Spotlight by Twin World Game Reviews, I'll be showing off Sega's Wonder Boy on the Sega Master System. Now, Wonder Boy, when it first came out, I believe was to go against Nintendo's, or to compete against Nintendo's Super Mario Brothers. Because you also, on a lot of the systems that you purchased back in the day, you also got Safari Hunt, I believe it was called. And that was to compete with Duck Hunt. That also came with the NES back in the day. And so this game, it's a pretty fun game. I remember playing this with my grandparents a lot because I had the Nintendo and they had the Sega. And basically in the game, you have to rescue your, I guess, maiden or princess who got kidnapped by evil headhunters or something. And so you're just going through the game, and here I guess I'm in like a special bonus level right now. I believe once you get that purse, then it takes you back to the main level. So yeah, so I don't know where she comes into play, but whatever. But yeah, the game, you're rescuing your princess, and I think it's 5 different worlds. And so your health is actually on a timer, and so it slowly goes down, and so you want to keep collecting fruit to have maximum health. And right now I got a little fairy that makes me invincible for a certain period of time. Normally you have 1 hit and you're dead, but you can pick up like helmets and skateboards that help you to prolong your hits. Usually you get like 2 or 3 hits then. The doll that you saw me pick up, I believe if you get all the dolls and all the stages, you unlock a hidden world or the the final boss type thing. It's been a long time since I've run through this game and completed the game with all the dolls, so don't remember exactly what the feature was that was unlocked, but it was pretty hard. And there were other games that spun off from this, I would believe, such as Hudson's Adventure Island for the NES. Then you got Super Hudson's Adventure Island for the Super Nintendo. There's a few Hudson's Adventure Island games. They're pretty fun. You had items that you could have in your inventory in some of the later games, and you could ride dinosaurs and stuff. And it's pretty nice, but nothing really beats the original. I guess that's more of a nostalgic value, but it definitely has the challenge because simple graphics, as you can see there. It's just a couple floating assets here and there, but yeah, the play controls and timer and the way the game moves with your control pad, it's definitely was the classic type of challenge back in the day, not compared to the challenge that you get on games now. Because games nowadays, yeah, they are challenging, but they don't have the same type of challenge to them that you get with a lot of these classic games. It's a different type of experience, I guess you can say. And so, I've always loved the older games because of the type of experience and challenge that you end up getting out of them. And so this game here, as you can see, it's very nerve-wracking because you're like, you don't want to die, but you don't want to sit around and let your health get down. You want to move as fast as you can. And so with your attack button, that's also your running ability. And so you hold it down to run a bit faster. It also allows you to do like your high jump there. If you don't hold it down, you just do your small jump. So that's the second stage done now. So doing pretty good. Hoping to show up the first world for you. I believe there's 4 stages to each of the worlds. So now we're in a cave area. So let's go ahead and make our way through it. And yeah, I just got hit right away by a bat. But oh well, at least I had the skateboard there to protect me, so that's good. Yeah, if you hit the fire, you're obviously dead right away. But some of those rocks that were on the ground there, if you hit them, you kind of like trip over them, but you do lose health because of it. And so you do want to be careful not to do that. In case I got my skateboard back, so that's good. And of course, I just got hit again. So yeah, it's a very tricky thing. Definitely need to be on the careful side because yeah, these classic games aren't quite as forgiving as a lot of the games that were made nowadays. And so here, yeah, it's a bit icy, so you gotta watch. With skateboard, you can't stop yourself. Oh no, That's a bad one if I remember correctly. And so you can slow down on how you move, but you can't actually stop the skateboard, so you definitely want to watch what you're doing, because if you're too much in a rush, then you are going to screw things up. And okay, good. So I got the doll. Very tricky placement there at times, because if you don't get it just right, then you can end up dying. But at least the good thing though is if you do get the doll and die, the game still claims you or has you as collected that doll. So if you go back to that point again in the game, then you see a little 4-leaf clover because you've already got the doll. So at least that's a plus. So there's a bit of a give or take there, because if you want to be able to get all the dolls, there may be times where, as long as you've got extra life, you may have to sacrifice that life to get the doll. That way you can get to that hidden boss or hidden world at the end of the game. So here we are in the 4th area, and yeah, I just left the egg there by mistake, but that's fine. It's probably just some type of health boost, but I think at full health anyway. So we're just making our way through the forest here, and yeah, like I said, watch out for those rocks, because they'll knock your health down. You know, quite a bit. I probably would have lost most of my health. I probably would have had like 2 yellow bars left after going through all those, because they're not terribly forgiving on that. And so, okay, so that means there's a bad guy around here, and you want to be able to, get him, but obviously I didn't get him. Don't remember what happens when you hit him, but oh well. And yeah, so you see how my health went down, and I lost my skateboard. Oh, and we're at the boss. Okay, so let's give this a go. Looks like he's some type of headhunter. I don't know. This crazy guy with his little skull hat on, or his skull necklace. And there we go. First guy wasn't that hard. Wasn't shooting nothing at me. I think some of the later bosses, they do throw things at you, so it gets a bit more challenging. But yeah, this game back in the day, a lot of fun. If you are in the market looking for, games for the Sega Master System, and you have a Sega Master System, go ahead and grab this game. If you like platformers, I'm sure you'll like it. And that's it for this Retro Spotlight.